Good day, parents and pupils. I am Ms. Damas and I'm the geography teacher for the grade 10s. If you have any questions after this presentation, please feel free to email me on the email address listed and I will gladly get back to you. What we have done in term 1 and 2, we started off with the atmosphere and then usually we end with Mapwork. It was a bit different this year since lockdown started as we were about to start with Mapwork. So the pupils had to do Mapwork at home with a lot of YouTube videos I downloaded for them. It makes it difficult since Mapwork is more repetition and literally sitting down with a map to get comfortable with what you are doing. And we have put aside 3 Wednesday afternoons to try and just make the learners used to a map and what it is like to have it in front of them. So with regards to the map exam, it will be, I'm going to try and put it down as a learning while you do it exam, so that they can eventually see the example, see what needs to happen in the map, and then try and do it themselves. Okay, so that's my only challenge for this year, is I haven't had enough time with my learners to actually do map work in detail. Then also covered in term 2, we did geomorphology, structure of the earth, earthquakes, folding, vaulting, etc. To be continued for term 3 and 4, we've started with population and we need to do water resources. Hopefully after all of this, I can put aside more time for map skills. Then how we get to the marks you see on the report. So for term 1, the test counted 50% and the mini exam 25%. A bit unusual since your mini exam should actually count more, but because the mini exam was written at home, we didn't have control over the kids and whether they are opening their books or not. So we've decided that the test that was written under controlled circumstances at school would count 50% and the mini exam 25%. For term 3, the September exam will count 75%. They did an informal task of 15% and an informal test of 10%. They are also going to do a population task. That's the big task for this term, and that mark will count towards the end of the year. The September exam format, paper 1 is the theory paper and then paper 2 is map work. So the theory paper will be about atmosphere, geomorphology and population, a total of 140 marks for 2 hours. And then paper 2 is separate from paper 1. We usually give the learners a break of an hour before they start with map work. And it will count 60 marks for 1.5 hours. For map work, it's important to know the coordinates and calculations, directions, bearing and magnetic declination, landforms and contours, reading of maps and the interpretation of maps, and map projections. That brings us to the end of the presentation. Please feel free to email me with regards to any questions you might have. Thank you for your time.